people in broadcasting. Yes, I train people, but unfortunately, I'm not behaving like I've trained people. Hi, good morning, Lady Boss June. Yes, good morning. And okay, Coach Hopewell. Yes, something like that. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm just building traffic. I know they waste your time, but I'm building traffic. I need more people because this is the first series I'm actually broadcasting to teach people on how to drive. So, sorry, I do apologize. I clean my nose a lot because I don't know, with old age, I just, you know, I did drip. So, you don't want me to see me dripping while I'm broadcasting. Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody all over the world. I've got 4 cameras on now watching me. There's another camera here that I refuse to put on because too many cameras. Sometimes they make me shy. You understand? But not be shy, but I just think it's too much. You understand? You can use one camera and have 1 billion viewers. So, and you can use 3 cameras like I'm using and have 1 viewer. So let me just keep it minimal. Yes, good morning. My name is DJ Ali, journalist. You might have heard about me, and you might not have heard about me. You understand? To some people, I've been new. To some people, they will recognize me. That's life. You understand? Everybody can't know you or even remember you. You understand? Yesterday, I was talking to my old university classmate. Yesterday, I'm not going to mention his name. He's famous in the UK. Yeah, I said to him, "How have you been? How is everyone doing? You know, I miss everybody. Do you still hear from our classmates?" And that's why sometimes when you do something, you must make sure that you do not lie about anything. Yeah, because people are watching. People will come across your lies and they will too a fool. They will tell the truth. They will tell you if you're lying. So, how do I start? If you know me, I used to be on a radio station, many radio stations, to be honest, before I started mine as well. And I'm also a graduate of university in the UK. Actually, I went to 2 different universities. People might not know the first, they might not know the second, and some people might even know both. And I've been to Polytechnic in the UK as well, also college in the UK. So, but when I was in university studying mass communication, I was a union rep, first year, second year. I won it third year for one reason. I did not go for it. For the third year, I just refused because I wanted to concentrate in studies and a few other things. So when I was in university, sometimes as a union rep, when my lecturers did not turn up, they will send me a message that they're not coming today. Hold on the class. So I used to teach the class. I'm not lying. I used to teach the class when lecturer didn't turn up, you know. And the only way I do it is just like the way I'm talking now. I look at the top. Good morning, Sophie. How you doing? Yeah. So the only way I used to teach in the class is just I look at the curriculum, like the topic for the day. I go through it in my own spare time. Yeah. And then when I come to the class, we just talk about it. It's like a discussion. So it's not really teaching per se. You understand? Because remember, I'm a student too. So I do teach the class in the sense that I coordinate the class when the lecturer is not around. Anyway, sharp. The reason why you are here today and the reason why I'm here today is about driving. I'm here to talk to you about driving. If you are planning to learn how to drive, and if you're planning to get a driver's license in the UK, I'm not talking about any other country. So it's a UK standard. You understand? First of all, let me tell you this to you. I do not have a certificate as an instructor. I must make that clear. However, in my years of driving in the UK, I've taught 6 people how to drive. I'm using 6, like this is 6 in it. Okay. I've taught 6 people on how to drive. Out of the 6 people, 5 people passed first time. The 6th person passed the second time on second attempt. It's always normal, you understand? It's not like every day or first time everybody passes their test. Sometimes you pass once, sometimes you pass second time. There are some people who pass third time, fourth time, fifth time, and many times. You understand? You cannot predict it. And if you fail, it doesn't mean that you are not a good driver. You just haven't met all the criteria. You understand? There's technicality into driving. I will go into that at a later stage. Technicality, you understand? Let me give you an example. Say, for example, me. I started driving in Nigeria as a teenager. I didn't have a driving license. Yes, it's wrong, and I'm not preaching there. Please do not drive without a driving license. You must make sure that you get your driving license before you start driving. You understand? Yes, I did it wrong, but I still did it. I used to drive my mom, even my mom before she died. And before I came to UK as well, I used to drive my mom. They knew I didn't have a driving license, but for the fact that I knew how to drive, so they trusted me. And I never had any accident. Yes. So, but having said that, I was not driving within Lagos. I was driving my mom from Lagos to Ogun State, Lagos to any part of, no, actually, let me not lie, it's only Ogun State. I don't know why my mom traveled a lot to Ogun State. Church something, you understand? Whenever she's going to church to do anniversary with them, or she's going there to any church in any part of Nigeria, yes, to talk to people, yeah, because my mom was a CEO. Should I say CEO? No. Well, how do they call owner of a church in the real English, like gospel English or Christian English? Mami Gio. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. She was a Mami Gio of Cherubim and Seraphim Church, even though that was my background. My background was Baptist. So I was born into Baptist. But when my dad died, she built a church for God, which I'm proud of her for doing that. Anyway, so I was driving my parents from interstate, let me say, without a driver's license. It's the wrong thing to do. I'm repeating it again, but I did it because I didn't know the rules. I did not even go to driving school or anything. I just learned how to drive by taking the car out secretly. And even there was a time that my younger brother was in the car and I had an accident. It was a big accident because I was going to see my girlfriend. She's now ex. I was going to see my girlfriend and I got to the road. I was going to maneuver the turning, but I did it wrongly anyway. I nearly killed myself and my brother and other road user, but nobody was hurt. Yes. So back to the topic. So I came to UK after driving in Nigeria. I came to UK, and when you're in UK, driving can be important. Whether you've got your let me use papers. Whether you've got your papers or no, you still want to drive if you can afford a car. So when I came here I think I was in my either late teens or just 20s. Yeah, late teens or 20s or 21. I cannot remember. It's been a long time. So I wanted to drive. So I bought myself a car, which is wrong again. I bought myself a car, which I was driving around. It wasn't a big car. I think it was called something Talbot, Talbot. I don't think they do that car anymore. But in those days, it was a nice car. You understand? So I bought it without driving lessons, but I knew I was breaking the law, so I wanted to correct everything. So I went to a driving school. I think this was in 1993 or 92. I went to a British driving school just to get a driver's license. So I remember when my driving instructor came to pick me up, I bragged to him that I've been driving for so many years in Nigeria. So I want to get a driver's license here. That's why I need to. Then I remember what my driving instructor said. He said, it does not matter whether you've been driving in Nigeria for so many years. I'm going to teach you on how to drive according to the British standard. You are in England now. I'm going to teach you according to British standard. Then, because I said I've been driving in Nigeria before I came here, so he said, okay, sit in the car. He sat next to me. He wanted to see how I can drive. So he took me on a short journey while he observed the way I was driving. Then he didn't say anything. It was just obviously, he was giving direction. If I did anything wrong, he would say something. So then he said, park the car. Then when I parked the car, he said to me, I can see that you can drive, but you are not driving according to the standard of the United Kingdom. And he said, I'm afraid to tell you, he was a white guy, no disrespect to his color. And I know that he was telling me the truth. He said he could see the way I drive. You can drive, but you cannot pass because of the way you are driving, because you are not driving according to the British standard. You are driving just like somebody who learned how to drive without a driving instructor. So basically, it talked about the way I was holding the steering, the way I was controlling the gears. He also talked about, what is it he talk about? Maneuvering and speed. He talked about everything, basically nearly everything. And basically, he marked me wrongly. He didn't say I was wrong or I failed, but he said he can tell that I can drive, but not according to British standard. Now, this is what I want to tell you. Like I said, I want to train people according to my experience. I've been driving with a full British license since 1994 till now. 1994 till now. You can work it out. I don't know how many years that is. I can work it out later, 1994 till now. Okay, there's a good way I can work it out because I remember now that my first daughter was born in 1993 and she's 30 years now. So 1994, that would be like 29 years in it. If I'm wrong, I will still check later and I can actually tell her to, oh, good morning, Omo Sherwin. Did I call that correctly? Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so today I'm just going to tell you the background. I'm going to be doing it in series. So today is just my background in driving. You understand? My background in driving. So I've told you that I was a driver in Nigeria before I came to UK. I came here in the 80s. So before I came here, I was driving. So, and I had an accident because I didn't have a full driving. I didn't even have any driving license when I was driving in Nigeria. I don't know. I can't tell you how I got away with it, but I did. No accident. I was taking my mom, my family everywhere. So then when I came here in the 80s, I wanted to attain a driving certificate. Yeah. So I went to a driving school. So this is what I want everybody to do. You might have done it, like I said before everyone joins me. I've driven in the UK before I had my driving license, and I'm not advising it to anybody. I'm not saying anybody should do it. You shouldn't do it. You should go by the law. You must have a driving license before you begin to drive. Simple. I did it the wrong way. I was young and stupid. You understand? I did it. I know it's not something I should have preached to anybody, and I'm not preaching it to anybody. I'm just telling you about my background, that I've done something I'm not proud of. So that's why I'm saying that. Okay, let's move on. So the next time I'm gonna tell you the technicality of driving, and this is going to be based on my experience as a driver in the UK. That's 1994. I've driven a bus as a bus driver since 19. When did I start driving the bus? Yeah, 1995. According to those days, I don't know the current rule now. You have to update. You see, Google is your best friend. Just Google everything I say. You understand? Find out the driving age in the UK. Yeah, and then find out I can't remember again. Yeah, you find out the driving age. At what age can you drive a car in UK? If you Google it, it will give you. So I don't want to say it because in case if I'm wrong, you understand. I know in the UK, you are an adult from the age of 16, but I cannot tell you if that applies to driving in the UK. You can Google it. At what age can you drive in UK? Simple as that. So anyway, so my next one will be technicality of driving in the UK. The way you drive in any other part of the world is different from the way you drive in the UK. I've driven in, even as I am now, when I travel to Nigeria, I still drive in Nigeria. And there are things that I noticed, I'm going to talk about that, about driving in Nigeria compared to driving in the UK. Yeah. Okay, when I drive in Nigeria, anytime I go on holiday, I do drive in Nigeria with my full British driving license. I do not have a Nigerian driving certificate till now. I'm going to it because I'm going to get it, and I might in future. I don't know because I'm retired now. As a retired young man, so I call myself young man. I don't know where that came from. As a retired man, I like to pass my experience on the younger ones. You understand? Sorry, I do clean my nose a lot. I do apologize if that irritates anybody. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just my early morning sickness. I do clean my nose a lot. Actually, it's not just early morning. Anytime. I think it's got something to do with when I'm live. Yeah, I don't do it when I'm not live, but when I'm live, I think it's mental issue. I just want to be clean. You understand? I want to make sure I'm well presented. You understand? I think that's why I do it. I'm working on it. It may not happen next time. So the next one, I'm going to be teaching people on the technicality of driving according to my own experience, not according to a driving instructor with a certificate. I can teach people how to drive, but I do not have a certificate as an instructor. I'm just going to be basing it on experience, my experience as a driver. I have to make that clear so that nobody will misquote me and say, oh, DJ Ali said this, DJ Ali said that. But I'm just going to be teaching you according to my experience as a driver from my teenage years in Nigeria and as a bus driver in United Kingdom since 1995. So it's all the experience that I've gathered in those long years that I'm going to be sharing with anybody learning or trying to learn how to drive. So I think I need to stop it right now so that the next one may be on technicality and having the confidence to drive. And also, I'm going to motivate you that when you learn how to drive, be confident, how to be confident, because these are one of the things that your instructor will be looking for. How confident are you when you're driving? I know it's not like a rocket science to look confident, because remember, you are under instructor's watch. You are under instructor's watch. He's watching you or she's watching you as you drive. Sometimes it can be scary. It happened to me as well when I started learning how to drive, But try and build your confidence, because the instructor will be looking at your face. Your confidence should show. Don't look to overconfidence as well. I'm going to say that again. Do not look too overconfidence. Look like a learner, but don't look like somebody who's panicking too much, because when you panic, mistakes is inevitable. Trust me. I repeat, when you panic a lot, you can make mistakes. Okay, I've been talking for 23 minutes now. So actually, let me go into more details before I end this one, because I don't want to start giving the technicality now straight away. Okay, as I speak now, I have 3 people, I think 2 or 3 people that I'm teaching how to drive. I'm not going to mention their names because I'm not supposed to. You understand? They're doing it privately and I'm talking to them. It's not a practical, it's just a theory. They ask me questions and I ask them questions. You understand? And even the question, there are some questions that I may not be able to answer because I might not be updated. Driving rules change. Driving rules change from time to time. You understand? They update the driving rule. So I'm going to say this. Some friends of mine recently, I think this year, before I traveled to Nigeria, we went out. And I saw the way they drive. We went out to just a restaurant stroke bar. Because I remember we had Guinness there. Okay. So when they were driving, I was watching them. They know that I'm a good driver. They even scared of me to drive next to me, but they show their confidence, and I know that they're experts. Hi, good morning. Is that Kalete here? Sorry, I can't call names. There are names all over the world. You understand? It's different. Even some names, even in Nigeria, I cannot even pronounce it. It's choke. Trust me. But with the manager. So anyway, I'm thinking of cutting it short. I've been talking for 25 minutes. Supposed to be half an hour, but it doesn't matter. It's 25. 25 is good enough. So let me just finish on this story. While we were driving, I noticed, while they were driving, we had two cars. I was watching the way they drive. And these guys, they are experts. They've been driving for long as well. Even one of them, one of my friends, we went to the same primary school together. So we're all about the same ages. Well, different ages, but close. We're all OAP, more like old age pensioners, but they're still working. So I watched the way they were driving, and I noticed, me as Odogu driver, I noticed that things have changed nowadays when it comes to driving. There are some road signs they've now added up, which wasn't like that in my own time. You understand? Because I resigned as a driver in 2021. So I know that there are some changes. I noticed it. And I was asking questions. When did they put this one on? There are some streets that you can't go into nowadays. You might not even be able to see it straight away, but it's always good to look ahead of you when you're driving. This is one of the things that they actually taught us as bus drivers. They said, when you're driving, you must be able to look ahead of you, far ahead, so you can see what's going on, so that you can start planning how you're going to maneuver the road. Those are the things. And I noticed that is happening. So I was asking my friends that, oh, when did this come on? When did they put this there? How is this? There are some streets that you cannot go into, even especially streets with schools. You understand? You can't go in there at certain times of the day. You understand? They can open it at a certain time, they close it at a certain time. When I say closing, it's not like they gonna block the road. They leave it open, but you read the road sign. The road sign will tell you that you cannot go into it. And also, I noticed the speed limit is changing. It's changing nowadays, especially in London. I can't speak of any other part of UK, but in London, majority of the streets are on 20 miles per hour. You cannot go over it. You must keep to the speed limit. And to me, I find it very boring. So that's why I just said to myself, I'm sorry, I'm not going to drive again. You understand? I gave my car to my mechanic. I'm telling you, I gave him for free a good car. I gave him for free. But that's the way it is. So I'm going to end here now. If you have any questions, just leave it on the social media that you are watching from. Just leave your questions there. So next time, what's today? Today is what? Today is Tuesday. So I'll come on next Tuesday again. Then I can look into it and answer the questions. So put the questions that you really want to know about driving in the UK. You understand? So I will try and go through it with you. You understand? Thank you very much for listening. Please remember something. I'm going to leave you with this. If you are driving a car and you hit someone, you will be charged for driving with or hitting somebody with a dangerous weapon. A car is a dangerous weapon in the sense that a car can kill you. It's not just gun or sword or knife that is a dangerous weapon. Cars are one of those dangerous weapons. Anyway, let me not just say cars. Vehicles, whether lorry, caterpillar, wherever, any vehicle. If you kill someone with any vehicle on the road, it will be classified as killing with a dangerous weapon or hitting someone with a dangerous weapon. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I hope you learned something. And if you haven't, I will be back next time to clarify or answer your questions. Nobody knows everything. No. May I tell you the truth? Nobody knows everything. We learn from each other every day. There are some things that you will know that I might not even know, even though I'm your instructor. That's life. Life is like that. We learn from each other. Don't forget that. We do learn from each other. Okay. One is shut down. The next one will be this one. Thank you very much. I know somebody is still on this one, but I can't see the name of the person. Let me try and see if I can see the name of the viewer. I'm sorry, it's not showing. So this one is shutting down. Yeah, done. And now, privacy, I'm going to make it public. Yes, it's going to be public. And never delete. That one is down. Thank you very much on this one. Now, Instagram. This is the Odogu of all the social media I'm using. Odogu. Please add yourself. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook as well. Everywhere, just follow me. I'll be right here. And I'll be answering your questions next time I come up. Thank you. I'm waving to everybody. Trust me. Yes, so please drive with care. Always drive with care. Remember what I said. If you kill somebody while you're driving, you'll be charged for driving or assault with a dangerous weapon. I'm going to call this one driving part 1. Actually, let me call it driving in the UK. Part Okun. Don't ask. Okay, now the Odogu is the YouTube.